All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for ReZero, Season 2, Episode 18.
Oh boy. Trial of the Past with Amelia.
Yeah.
And Regulus Corneus is here to disrupt the happy, fun, wholesome family times.
The not family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the feeling that their family, of which Mother Fortuna is a part of, is about to experience some misfortuna.
Ooh.
I feel like that might happen.
Yeah. Hence why we're here.
Right.
In general, and the dynamic of having Betelgeuse not being really an archbishop necessarily yet, or he is, but we have to see how that connects to the present.
And he's not psycho like when we met him. I mean, not quite to the same degree.
So,
yeah.
History. Let's find out.
Oh boy.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh!
Okay.
Beatrice, その態度は何だい?
Whoa.
私は君にそう振る舞えと教えたから。違うのよ、お母様。ベティは何にも。
Mother.
そちらで黄昏ていらした姿に見惚れてしまって。
見惚れてね。
ベアトリス様。
Why are you following me?
何でもないのよ。単なる暇つぶしかしら。
Okay.
God, I love the way Beatrice talks. It's hilarious.
よろしければ洗濯物を畳むのを手伝っていただけませんか?
お前一人の手に余るなら仕方ないからベティが手伝ってやるの。
God, oh my
She
God.
put the I suppose at the beginning.
Yeah.
メイザー様。
He's so young.
カメで呼ばれるのは好きじゃないんだ。ロズワールト、そう呼んでくれないかな。表面上は穏やかだった聖域で何が起きた?
破綻じゃよ。そして
Explain.
Yeah.
本当の理由が。
Oh, it came along after the collapse?
どうしてあなたがここにいる? この森には私以外誰も関われないとそう確約があったはず。ここへ何しに顔を出した?
それは私の指示によるものですよ。
レグルス・コルニアス、なぜこの方を?
ここに来られたのはご本人の意思だよ。何でもかんでも僕のせいにして。
Oh shit.
串刺しになって兄さんたちにはあげろ。
Whoa.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
The overwhelming force means that it's probably just not even enough. It's just what's...
Yeah. Amelia, you might want to run.
必ず助けに戻るわ。必ず。
私は私の存在にかけてここより
Gladly
先に
do
あ
it.
なたたちを進ませるわけにはいかない。
Oh man. Wait.
What is that?
Yeah.
まさか。
ですがそれもこのような時のため。
Shit. And his mind isn't able to handle it.
ロマネコンティ司教。良い旅を。
Okay. All right.
Oh
shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's his powers.
All right.
Yeah.
お許しください。
Gonna swallow it.
フリーゲル様。
This would effectively
Oh,
be the,
his heart, okay.
the
Witch
witch
factor.
factor. Yeah. God. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Get yeeted,
Right.
son.
He can't see him or anything. Yeah.
ここにあるものは希望。
His hope.
私を
Damn.
私としてくれた方
Oh
々
my
の
God.
忘れがたい大恩。だから今血を吐く価値が私にあるのならここから
And
先
he
へ
carries that forever.
絶対に通さないのです。
Oh. oh!
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 Oh! Oh!
あなたの空言では決して実現し得ないぬくもり。
Jesus!
Holy shit!
あのさ、僕が来てて僕がいて、その僕を無視して話を進めるってどういう思考してるの？
God, his personality is like the insufferably like just
awful.
Awful. I love it.
無駄と言われようと私は
Jesus! Oh!
思いの強さが結果に影響するか議論の余地はあるけどね。
Wow.
黙って見てればいいじゃ
Wow.
ない。
Okay.
私はここに。場面を切り替える。森へ逃げた君と母親のところまでね。
Cool. Cool.
お願いエミリア、すぐ戻ってくるわ。
Oh no.
フォルトナ母様。フォルトナ母様は私の本当の母様だったわ。
フォルトナ様。
アーチ、村のみんなは無事なの？
Okay.
このまま森にいてはいずれ見つかります。奴らの目的は
Yeah.
封印でしょうね。封印が奴らの手に渡れば今度こそ世界が滅ぶわよ。
Oh, just the world. Okay.
Jesus.
私たちをかくまっていらない厄介事。
やめてください。
母様はこれからみんなを守るために大事なお役目に行かなくちゃいけないの。だからちょっとの間だけお別れね。やだよ。
He's just calling her
言うことを聞
Casa.
いて
Yeah.
アーチと一緒に森の外に出ていてほしいの。
卑怯だ。そんなこと言われて断れるわけがないって分かっていて。
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, I had to play dirty just
卑
so
怯な
Right.
私たちを
this
許
could
して。
work.
エミリア。やだ。母様と母様と一緒にいるの。お願いします。一人になるのは嫌。あなたは一人なんかじゃないわ。母様はいつだってあなたのそばにいる。目をつむって浮かぶあなたの思い出の中に、腕を抱いて温かくなる胸の中に。嘘だ、嘘だ。母様の嘘つき。エミリア、約束。リア
I
は
think so.
この世の誰よりも。
Oh, Leah, and that's the nickname
where it started.
That's the nickname
Yep.
that
The puck.
Puck gave her. Oh. Ah.
愛してる。
Oh, here it
フォル
is.
トナ
Yeah.
母様を愛してる。すごく大好きで大好き。なんでどうしてこんな風になったの？私が約束破ってお部屋から出たから。
違う。
Yeah. It's not your fault. It's not your
この
fault.
せいでもないんだ。
Jesus.
Shit.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well,
Well. Oh, what a badass.
Yeah.
What a badass. Not showing her anything.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
あの二つの木の間の白い花が見えるかい？その花の方に走れるかな？大丈夫。
The look back and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
君は一人
With
に
each
はならない
person saying, "You won't be alone. You won't be alone."
さあ走って。何が聞こえても振り返らず。
No matter what you hear. Yeah.
行かせるものかよ。フォルトナ様、きっとあの子は大丈夫ですよ。
Just one touch and you're gone.
Yeah.
あのさ、そろそろ無駄だって認めたら
God.
なんだよ。
Devastation.
Jeez.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, your mistake putting down that barrier.
僕の邪魔をするんだよ。
お待ちください、コルニアス司教。
何ですかパンドラ様。僕に怒りを抑えろと命令したのか？下手に出てやってればいい気になるなよ。
フォルトナ様は
Okay.
お逃げに。
バカなこと言わないで。 エミリアと別れてまで戻ってきたのよ。あなたが来なくなった森で私に何を待てというの。
二人まとめて区別できない血だまり。
私は待てとコルニアス司教。もうお帰りいただいて
I'm putting you 4 feet in the ground, not 6 feet.
Right.
You're welcome.
コルニアス司教がここにいるはずがない。彼は自分の屋敷で妻に囲まれて過ごしている。
Wait.
Holy shit.
Wait. Okay, all right. What do you want to talk about?
Whoa, what is she?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
おいでなさい。その覚悟の果てまで抱いて味合わせて。
Oh, chills, man!
No.
Ah! Oh! Okay. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
あんなものが欲しいなら
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
No. I'm alone. Oh. You lied, yeah.
強く
Oh, perfect. Yeah, all the little lesser spirits that yeah.
地に行ったら封印がある。母様やみんな助けてあげられる。
What's gonna happen?
私またみんなと私いい子でいるから。
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So is this what, Pandora's box
お
or?
待ちしておりました。
Yeah, it's the reference, definitely. But
Okay.
what the hell? So, first thing, there is no witch of vanity.
Nope.
There's a witch of pride, and her name is Typhon. But there's
no
no
vanity.
Pandora witch.
Uh-huh.
What is this?
Well, shit.
What is this?
Is this actually like the main bad for the series, basically?
I don't know, man.
And then the
like,
7 witches are actually like potentially
I don't know.
like friendly.
What the?
And we just have to stop like the elder god that will bring about chaos and destruction to the universe.
Who knows? But I have thoughts, and I have things that I think might be worth exploring.
Well, okay.
That was a hell of a thing, y'all.
All things considered.
That was a thing.
All things considered, this isn't as bad as I was expecting. So far, Archie's the only one who's died that we've seen.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Right.
Fine.
Fortuna is totally alive still. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, not
she's dead.
Not at all.
She's dead.
Absolutely dead.
Yeah.
And if anything, probably the only reason why Pandora didn't kill Betelgeuse is just because, oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, I admired your will.
Look at the way that you showed your love, you know.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We have questions now.
So.
What? Who are you, Pandora?
So.
Now.
Witch of Vanity.
Vanity refers to pride in a lot of ways.
Sure, but
it's also a little bit different.
But it's different.
It's very different.
Specifically vanity, not pride.
Not one of the 7 deadly sins.
Not one of the 7 deadly sins. And okay, Pandora. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things that had kind of confused me just a little bit is what the show was going to do with regards to the witches, since their dynamic is not what was immediately assumed, right? Within themselves and with regards to the people they interacted with, and the idea that history might not be fully accurate and that they might actually be kind of good in some areas too.
Yeah, very possible.
But
we have the actual potential world-ending witch.
Yeah.
Who? Like, let's bring up a couple things here. Vanity actually in some ways seems a little bit more correct to the way Regulus Cornelius actually talks.
Yes.
So at this point, he might not be an Archbishop of Greed.
Okay.
He might be her Archbishop, and it's the Archbishop of Vanity. Me.
Well, and he is being referenced as bishop, right? Now,
Yes.
Now it's possible that they are just saying bishop because Archbishop is a form of bishop, even if it's a higher up, and just for the sake of convenience, keeping things short or whatever they'll say it.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's bishop is bishop. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And I do think it is something where he very much is in service to Pandora here.
Yeah.
And there is a light possibility that because of the way Pandora looks very similar to like a young echidna, because of the eyelash kind of really bushy, like
just the general kind
so.
of like the whole white-haired half-elf.
Yeah, exactly.
Like look, yeah.
Yeah, it might just be though something where it's like, no, this is something else entirely. But we have to kind of just go on we don't really know anything with that. Mm-hmm. So let's just kind of take it as is. But in terms of the power of this witch.
Absolute.
It is almost absolute.
We haven't seen her against any of the other witches.
Yes,
so there's that, right?
Yep.
But
this is the power of a witch.
This is the power of a witch, right? The idea that it's like, no. Mm-hmm. I atomized you. I turned you into red mist. I Dr. Manhattaned you. And it's just, all right, so...
No, you must have seen something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where when you... And I love the decision, really. We don't know the lore behind it, but the way she comes in looking like a young girl, there's this unnerving disconnect in your mind where you go, I'm not threatened. I don't feel threatened by her because she looks so small and frail. Right. But the... speed at which Corneas turned his weapons, he just threw some dust at her, and I am starting to feel like I understand a little bit how his powers work. It feels like he is like a barrier manipulator, where he bisects things with he perfect barriers. You know?
He has barriers that he can use for defense, and then he can also move them around and use them to slice things. Cool.
Very
and apparently
effective.
He can do that on such a fine level that he can dust somebody.
He can actually dust somebody.
Okay.
But her power goes into reality.
Yeah, like reality manipulation.
We talk about this so much.
That is so effortless that there are no effects for it.
No.
It's just all of a sudden she desires something and it's different. Mm-hmm. The fact that she put him into the ground, that wasn't because she wanted to exert some force on him to shove him down into the ground.
Right.
It's because she wanted to immobilize
him basically.
And humble him so that he...
Dude, no. Shut the fuck up. Basically.
Shut the fuck up. You can't move. You're down there. You are completely at my mercy.
Right.
And then I'm going to do this thing, but I'm going to tell you beforehand that I'm going to do it so you can know.
Right. That was also because he kept talking too.
Right. Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Now, go home with your wives. You were never here.
Right. And
she rewrote his being here.
And
some Zawardo, I rewound your time specifically back to when you left your house.
And we can do our Roy Mustang court jester kind of just snap for effective. That's how easy it is.
Echidna snapped like that actually and changed
did she?
Where everything was. It was like a location change for the simulation of the trial.
But she didn't even have to snap.
No.
It's just it's will to effect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And the fact that after all of that, I get that they're fighting because they have to fight, right? The thing that they're the world, the fate of the world is at stake. We don't have a choice, right? Even if it's hopeless, kind of a thing,
right? And
we'll fight together and die together, right? Mm-hmm. But after that kind of display,
okay. So rather quickly, the fight between Betelgeuse and Regulus Corneas, or Bishop Romanicanti. Let's use his name here. Yeah. I love that it was just the ultimate standoff of the invisible ultimate force hitting an immovable object.
Right. Felt very like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus the Destroyer droids, where it's just this isn't working.
This isn't working. But it was beautiful from the standpoint of our
what it
boy here
meant.
basically just trying to buy time
Yep.
for Amelia.
And he did.
And he did.
Because he kept him on the defensive, right? Like, when he let his
just-
guard down,
he
he
just
then
wear-
went on the offensive and took off his arm. But
Right.
until then, it was the, all right, so I guess I'm standing here and just your attacks aren't...
bludgeoning your wall.
Well, right, but
over and over
then
and over
from
again.
Regulus's perspective, I guess I'm just standing here and not being hit by this, but I'm not advancing, you know?
Right. There was an aspect of him wanting to kind of protect Pandora, but given that she doesn't really need the protection, I really
And he
feel
turned
like
against her.
right. But I really feel like that's where he is actually her like Bishop of Vanity, if that makes sense, because it feels like he's then protecting her image, not really that she needs physical protection.
Right, and then when
But it's
she
that-
started to interrupt his image, right? Interrupt him
Yes.
speaking and things like
And
that.
then he got all pissy,
Right.
And threw a hissy fit, probably because he knows there's like no real consequences for him in the like dying sense, but also
Sure.
in the sense that he's probably done something like this before, and he knows that there's
I am very curious what
But who
the
knows, yeah.
situation is there, because the idea of a witch being able to be dusted and be just fine, that is impressive, and it's a
Yeah.
great way to set them up and things like that.
Right.
But I don't feel like I need any explanation for it, because they're a witch, right? They're
they're an
supremely
immortal
ultimate powerful
being
beings,
with
right?
a lot of magical experience, knowledge,
Exactly.
and talent, to where you could have it be anything from they have some kind of a phylactery that binds them to the material plane to
Right.
she rewrote causality in the moment of when she was dusted.
Exactly.
To go back.
Yep.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
could be
like,
anything.
It could be
I
whatever.
don't need that explanation.
Exactly. No.
There is one, though, where I kind of would like an explanation, even if we don't get it now. How does Regulus do that? Because that seems like it's a power that's either imparted, right? Maybe because he's serving...
How does he dust her?
No. Like, how does he come back all those times when he gets destroyed? That makes me think that it's either something...
I think it's tied to her power.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that's what I'm thinking, is
Yeah.
that she just basically undoes the thing,
Right.
the effect of the thing that killed him, allowing him to
Yeah.
be brought back, which would be a great mechanic limitation on it, because...
Yeah.
What?
Oh, sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Because we've seen with other archbishops that they can die, right? Like, Gus died, Now, they had to do a lot of things in order to make sure that he died, because he was a spirit, and they had to make sure that he didn't have hopping around, isolate him so he can't hop to anyone else and then kill him, right? But there was very much a way to kill him, right?
Yes.
So if it ends up being that Pandora specifically is keeping him alive, that would be a cool explanation for it. But yeah.
Okay, there's a very like basic explanation that's based in all the names of some of the really powerful characters.
Okay.
That they either have, if they're like an archbishop, they might have a witch factor.
Sure.
Which is literally probably just an essence of a specific witch's power that you imbibe into yourself.
Sure.
The other one is what do they call it? Divine blessing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is basically like like
Talking to animals and the
well,
like.
right. But the idea of someone having that, someone having that means that a lot of the power in this world comes from, well, being spirits are users,
Right.
which he's definitely not.
Right.
He's
It can come
100%
from other
not.
sources.
Well,
it doesn't
right,
have
is-
to be internal. Yeah.
Right. Is that he's essentially just, all the archbishops are basically warlocks. They all have their patron, which is their patroness in this case, a witch, and from there they get the power. Yeah. I think it's pretty straightforward in that regard, because it's something that it undid something that happened.
Right, exactly. And that was something that we ended up getting seen later,
Right,
which again
yeah.
makes it even more telling, I guess, for the character of Regulus, that he then specifically bites the hand that is giving him unkillable immortality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's of course his awful, nasty personality at play, in combination with some probable level that he's like, yeah. I don't like it when she's like this, and I, of course, don't have to worry about consequences.
Because
really.
I know she likes me.
Because I know she likes me, and
She'll
also,
just, put me in timeout for a bit or something.
Right. It does feel like it's almost in theme with what a dark Subaru would be like.
Sure.
And that's where a lot of the what a lot of things I like about the characters that are really messed up in the story is that they have some kind of really screwed up relationship with a person that they put way too much maybe emphasis towards.
Yeah, it's that parallel grim reminder for the protagonist. Since Subaru has dealt with, you know, his own mental health and sanity and stuff on many occasions.
And obsession with an individual sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This is just heartbreaking for Amelia here, but it's all leading towards a confrontation at basically what amounts to Pandora's box, right?
Right. Yep.
But is it possible that Puck's inside there?
There's a part of me that wonders because with the Frozen Bonds OVA, right? One of the things that we got is that everyone was frozen. Now, Emilia has witch powers. It is a very definite possibility that the witch powers take the form of ice manipulation and things like that.
Okay, I don't think she necessarily has witch powers based on what we've seen.
No, I don't think she has them right now. Right. But I'm saying because of her connection to Satala being the next host and things like that, any witch powers that she does or doesn't have, or however that manifests, could manifest by making her ice magic or whatever stuff just that much more powerful. Or since she is also a spirits arts user, if it was something where then it's kind of drawing on kind of Puck's power or something like that, then maybe that's how everything got frozen.
Yeah. She has only used really that type of like spirits art magic and stuff like that.
Right.
And Puck is basically her focus point during the times of the day when he's out for using like stronger magic, basically.
And he is the beast of the end or whatever. So if
that we saw in the Frozen Bonds OVA.
Right. So
and he very much just kind of is there. And there's no real introduction into him being there except for the one part where she seems to have like been like her memories are gone basically, and she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, I messed up. I should have been there." That's like his regret. You can hear Puck like crying, just like, "I'm so sorry. I failed you," basically. That's the kind of the vibe you get. And if this seal thing gets opened and Amelia is potentially the key, given that the Witch of Vanity Pandora said, "We'll bring the seal and the key to me."
Oh, yeah.
Amelia is definitely the key then.
Right.
And then it's just the question of her being the key. What does that correlate back to her becoming the witch, you know?
Yeah. Well, what that makes me think is that it's something that Satila did. That Satila actually sealed up this box or whatever, this Pandora's box.
But we haven't encountered Satila yet. And we thought this might be Satila related, but it's not. It's Pandora.
But that's why I think that Emilia then would be the key, because if she is the host for then Satila to inhabit, right? Whether that's been made manifest or whatever yet, right?
Okay.
It could be that Satila is dormant within her, or it could be that
Satila is inside the seal, maybe.
Or Satila is inside the seal, or Satila needs the excuse in order to actually like take over her body or something. Who knows, right? But if it's something where Satila is currently inhabiting Emilia, or Satila is inside and then Emilia is the key to unlocking it, that could be the explanation for why Emilia would be the key. Which, if anything, makes it a little bit like, maybe you should have like had the key like on the other side of the planet from the, you know, from the lock. But
yeah, the one thing though that we can look at this from a happy ending kind of standpoint is that Pandora might not be around anymore.
That's true.
And the reason for that might actually have to do with what happens here.
Yeah.
And my guess, what I want, really. No, this is more just what I want. I want Puck to be the thing that comes out of it, and it's basically something where Puck looks at the two beings there and just makes a choice.
Right. It feels very like much more wholesome, but kind of Alucard type situation with what's her name? You know, the Helsing lady. Yeah.
Ceres,
No, not Ceres. The leader of the Helsing family. I forget. I
Oh,
don't know why I forget her name. But of the child that goes up to the sealed up super entity, right?
Oh,
when she's in danger, right, and unlocks it, and then because the super entity is so impressed by the young girl who opened it, whether because of the courage or just the sympathy for her plight or whatever,
Sure.
then comes to her aid and basically becomes her ally in the future moving forward. Or
there's so many things that this seal thing could connect to, and while Emilia does feel like she's basically going to make it through this and in some way be somewhat instrumental in defeating Pandora. The
even
fact
if it's
that
temporary,
even if it's something where Pandora gets put into the seal, maybe.
Sure.
They-
Puck comes out, pushes Pandora in, closes it back up. All right, we're good to go.
Yeah. The part I really want is the emotional character part of, like, why does Fortuna call Emilia Leah, but then Puck uses that same nickname to
Right.
talk to Emilia in that way? That can't be a coincidence. And then the idea of beings that look like people being spirits. We now have Betelgeuse, we have Beatrice, we have not really like that with the Ryuzu clones. They're more like
That's something different.
there's something different made by Echidna.
Right.
But the idea that Puck might be a person, obviously he's a person, but I mean, like, he might be something more than what we
More than the Beast of the End.
more
kind
than
of
the
thing.
Beast of the End, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
I just want to draw this out here loosely, is that Puck has joked about being Emilia's father many times. And it's one of my favorite connections is that Puck being this super magical being, when you look at it in the context of him being the Beast of the End.
Right.
Well, of course he's the father in this relationship.
Right, yeah, exactly.
He's not an older brother. He's an ancient
He's
one.
the adopted dad.
He's the adopted dad, exactly. And I love more the found family idea of it. And I don't want to go into theories of where Puck is actually her father in any way.
Some crazy Zeus shenanigans or something. Yeah,
Right,
no.
they could do that. But what do you think about the idea, though, that Puck had to explore her past in some ways in order to get this attached to her? Like, there was some aspect of what he saw within her or something like that. Because I really want to know what brought these two together.
Right, because when we got to this part, I actually figured it was going to be a lot more straightforward.
Sure.
I didn't
same.
expect there to be this many episodes going into Emilia's backstory, right? Because we already got the Frozen Bonds OVA, so
Yeah, that definitely felt like part of it.
We got the aftermath of the backstory, and we know how it ends, right? Everything is frozen, and it's kind of because of Emilia,
It's
right?
tragic, but
and it's super tragic.
she's
and
not alone.
traumatizing.
She's not alone.
She's not alone, even though she was, really afraid of that, and she was alone for a time. But then, that whole thing.
Right.
So, but now there's all these additional, well, pun intended, factors being brought into this
context
situation.
It's crazy.
And now as it goes on, I'm getting less and less sure of how it's going to go.
Same.
Right?
Same,
At the beginning, I thought it'd be fairly straightforward. Okay, Satsala's power is within the seal or whatever, and Emilia's going to mess up and release it at some point, and then, blammo, flash freeze, everyone's gone, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like, now we've got this Pandora lady. Like, I would love it if she was
Echidna.
Well, no. If she was like BBEG, like Big Bad for ReZero as a show, because.
But then let's bring up some things here. Then she has the same eyelashes as Echidna.
Right.
Regulus Cornelius is the Archbishop of Greed, as we were introduced to him in the first episode of season 2.
Yes.
Echidna kept wanting to be like, hey, let's go somewhere else. Like, let's
Okay.
move on here. I think there's a light, like 10% chance that Pandora is just a name that they've given her as like a curse. Like, you're the bringer of the end, But it's not actually her name. It's more just a title. But again,
I don't think so, because
she said Witch of Vanity, which has nothing to do with greed, really,
like
nothing at all.
Like, yeah. So I think it's a separate
dumb
thing.
theory, but
She kind of gives me a vibe, and the reason why I'm not like certain on this, I'm not holding this too strongly,
Yeah.
is because it's a similar vibe that I got from Satala before, where you have the family of witches, and then
Sure.
it's, oh, then there's the awkward sibling, right? The one that we don't
Yeah.
necessarily talk about too much. Oh, Tella's
Right.
coming, right? You know? And if Pandora is basically the, no, we really don't talk,
Yeah,
we
we've
really don't talk about
forgotten her.
Yeah,
Like-
like she's, you know, we actually...
She gave all of us the bad name originally.
Exactly.
Like,
We all teamed up in order to put her away, you know, right? Like,
that's the thing. Like I have so
I don't
many
know.
questions now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got though the Ryuzu perspective backstory via the clones looking into
Beatrice.
the memories.
That was very sweet.
And finding out how Beatrice is connected to the sanctuary.
Which,
And it's via Echidna being her mother.
yeah, and the whole idea of,
Whoa.
right, no, I'm like your mother. No, you're actually my mother.
Yeah, that was like a triple emphasis thing for people probably getting confused. Is
Right.
like, is she actually...
Well, and
You know?
weirdly enough, that actually kind of just makes me even more confused. Because
Okay,
now I'm like,
for me it doesn't.
now
She's
I'm like-
100% the daughter.
I'm like 78% sure that Beatrice is actually like, you know, the legit daughter, right? Versus like,
Well, right, but like let's go into the idea of what makes a person family, right? Is it that they were born in the exact physical way that all children are, you know, born from their mothers? Or in the world of magic, does it mean that this is a being that was formed at the will of
Sure.
a mother, basically?
yeah, okay, there we go. Because Beatrice is a
fits for
spirit.
both,
Yeah, and
potentially.
that would explain why Beatrice isn't like a half elf or anything like that.
Well, yeah, but actually that's
Hmm.
a question here. Echidna,
Although,
we don't really see her.
Hmm.
This is really dumb, but like we don't really see. Oh no, we very much see that. Yeah, there is a difference.
what? What do you mean?
Just difference in ears between
Oh,
Beatrice
yeah.
and. I wanted to see if we saw both their ears.
But then
in
at
this
the same
episode,
time,
but-
Echidna's been doing a whole bunch of experiments with cloning and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this body of Beatrice's could have been some constructed thing that is just the hosting unit for Beatrice. Like, who knows,
I
right?
wouldn't put limits on the witch, so I'm going to just go with this is her daughter. And it kind of
Yeah.
makes sense with regards to that little bit of commentary, I believe that was in the other OVA, where Beatrice, I think, makes reference to either her grandmother or her mother.
Yeah, I'm not... Right, I could never...
I don't remember which
I
one
don't
it
remember
was.
whether she was talking about Roswell's mother or her own mother. But regardless, they're both
Regardless.
ancient beings, so that's kind of crazy for them to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And given the magic that they're dealing with, both them and their parent figures or whatever, I'm sure it's complicated. You know, I'm sure it's at the very least a little bit complicated.
Right. And
but
doesn't it make it crazy where the story is basically about this mansion encounter with Subaru kind of coming in there, and he's suddenly surrounded by all these like crazy powerful beings, and he's just the guy coming in smelling like Satala, and they're like, this is interesting. And now
Right.
that we know kind of how crazy big all of them are in the story side of things, and like some of them are directly connected to Echidna, it's like, what is happening?
this was the other thing that was curious to me. So,
Okay, yeah.
Betelgeuse, he was the Archbishop of Sloth. But,
Yeah, when we met him, yeah.
But from what I can remember, he was obsessed with Satala. Now, it's possible that he didn't actually... No, I'm pretty sure he specifically said Satala, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is the Witch of Envy, right? So, given that Regulus, the one of Greed, the Archbishop of Greed, is chilling with the Witch of Vanity, is there...
Well, again, we don't know when people take on certain
That's true.
aspects
That's
of
true.
those things.
He hasn't been called the Archbishop in this segment of the
backstory,
story. In this
yeah.
backstory, yeah.
Yeah. And that's just...
Yeah. But he definitely has the factor, though. You know, like...
So, okay. But everyone on the outside is starting to get this continual drip feed of info. And when
Right.
Amelia finishes the trial, she'll be able to come out with memories restored and also having relived them in a third
Relived
person
them,
kind of
defeated them,
perspective.
faced them, and yeah.
I cannot wait for the Emilia that comes out of the trial, who shares this with them, and what they do from here.
Yes.
Because as a group, and as we're going to do this all in one iteration, like Subaru being like, this is it. I'm not going to just throw my life away.
Right.
I'm going to utilize my friends. I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to bring them all together with this. I just can't wait for the Emilia and Subaru that are teamed up with this kind of knowledge and like a squad and everything.
Well,
it's just
in general,
so good.
We have never gotten an arc of ReZero that came close to this amount of time on one problem, like one checkpoint within the time loop or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely something that feels like the decision of the adaptation in that
possibly.
Well, for one, it has to be part of it because there's 30 minutes dedicated to each episode. So it's literally longer.
Yeah. But also
episode.
From the episode count, the fact that it seems like it's a very decent possibility that the entirety of season 2, both cours, is going to be for this section of the story.
Yeah, but only the second half is the one iteration so far.
No, I know. I know.
Okay.
But but we still haven't gotten anything close to that. Like even
that's true.
Even the mansion back in season 1, I want to say that was like
7 episodes.
6-7 episodes. Yeah.
It's not really that much. Yeah.
Like that was the most. This is 24. Now granted, we've gotten lots of backstory and stuff like that in there, so there's reasons of course why it is longer.
Right. It's in some ways the hey, you ready for the main plot line?
Yeah, and
that's just.
And what makes me curious is that the main plotline stuff that seems to be happening here is in the lore building for future stuff, not actually the direct conflict that we're going through right here.
Yeah.
Right? So if this is this arc and this is the amount of time and stuff they're spending on it, what in the hell is going to be the next arc?
Well, the main conflict is going to be let's save Rem. Really, that has to be part of it. Is just what can we do to
get
save
to the mansion
Rem?
and stop Elsa
get to the
and
mansion,
all that.
the mansion. Yeah, exactly. And the squad versus Elsa and the Mob Beast user, and of course the Mob Beasts. Yeah,
right.
So. All right, let's freaking go.
Yep.
But yeah. Even more questions than the previous one now.
Right.
But I love the love story that they quickly introduced to us and got us emotionally connected to in Mother Fortuna.
Yes.
And Bishop Romani Conte.
And Emilia being like, she was my real mom. You know, like yes, I had my actual mom and dad, but she was also my real mom, and her needing to continually go and be sent on until she's alone.
Yeah, and a lot of this trauma, even if Emilia didn't remember it, informing a lot of her characterization surrounding certain concepts like promises.
Yep.
So, good stuff. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.